Truth serum.
What's up, baby?
What's
What's
going
good?
on? Travis.
Travis, come on. You got to give us a ooh wee or something. Come on. There we go. Okay.
It kind of sounded like a dead cat, but it's okay. I'm Joey. We got Jordan up here, and we got Travis. Fuck, I can't point right there. Yeah, one of those.
You know where Joey's
Today,
at? He's right here, baby.
today we are going to be breaking down the off season of the AFC East. And let me tell you, I'm excited for them Dolphins. I'm excited to see Mac Jones step forward another year. Josh Allen and his squad got a new fucking ooh. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Well, you mentioned Josh Allen. You mentioned the Miami Dolphins. You mentioned Mac Jones and the Patriots. We're going to start off with the team I am most excited for. Sherry, this one's for you. How about them New York Jets in this offseason that they've had?
How about it? We got year two, Zach. Year two, Zach Wilson. There it is.
Sound it out, baby. You got
Golly. Yeah, they went out and they drafted. I'm all out of order. I don't think I need to be leading this here, but
Okay, well, shit, I will step in. So to me, the Jets won the offseason, right? We'll get to that draft here in a second. But before they even got to the draft, they added Pro Bowl guard Laken Tomlinson, who's played for
Robert Saleh.
Mike LaFleur before. They added a couple of tight ends with CJ Uzoma, Tyler Conklin. Went out and got Solomon Thomas, Jacob Martin. I think they can, be a part of that rotation for sure. But man, really where this team killed it to me was that draft. So I'm going to let you take a crack at that, Mr. Sumter.
So I just wanted to touch on the offseason moves. So Laken Thompson, I feel like he's a very good move for their run game. They've already added two other pieces the last two drafts to their offensive line, and so that offensive line should be near the mid to the top of the league, and as far as an offensive line goes. And then they added the two tight ends in Uzama and Tyler Conklin. Just great weapons to have around Zach Wilson, but I mean, I don't imagine them being anything more than top 15 range, or maybe even the top 25. They're kind of just start throw guys at this point.
They're better real life additions than they are fantasy additions for sure.
Exactly. Oh yeah, so getting into the Jets draft, we could talk about Sauce Gardner.
Man, I can talk about their whole damn draft, dude. To me, every time a team gets 2 or 3 picks in the first round, you're just like, oh, they're going to do something great. And they never do. Like, they always draft one really good player and then one guy who you never hear of again. I think the Jets added 4 perennial Pro Bowl type players, if the Pro Bowl even continues. Sauce Gardner being the first. So no interceptions and, no touchdowns allowed in college, first and foremost. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, he can
absolutely.
he can absolutely be a number one lockdown corner in this league. I feel like at number 4, I feel like he should have went number 3. So I mean, maybe even number 2 to Detroit. So I feel like it's a great pickup for them. The division's only getting tougher when you're talking about Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill and the Dolphins. The Patriots add in. I mean, we're going to talk about other players in this division that have been added, but like having that true number 1 out there, this is something that this team hasn't had in a very long time.
Absolutely. And speaking of number 1s, Garrett Wilson, I think on most draft boards was considered the top overall wide receiver prospect. Joey, you got something to say on him?
Yeah, he was my number 2 prospect on the draft board, right behind my boy that we'll talk about here in a little bit as well. But yeah, he's a big-bodied receiver. He took the job basically from the guy that I want to talk about, but Yeah, he's going to be a great wide receiver, man. He's got the skills, speed. He can make guys miss after he's got the ball. I really like Garrett Wilson, man. Like Ohio State continues to just produce solid wide receivers.
Yep, absolutely. And then I mean they didn't stop there either. They also got Jermaine Johnson, who I think many considered to be a top 10 talent. I know as a Cowboys fan, he was one of the guys when I was standing right next to Travis Sumter, hoping that we didn't, fuck it up, which we did. But he was one of the guys I was hoping Dallas got in their draft pick. But Jermaine Johnson, he's nasty. He's an edge rusher. I think he could do some really good things on this next level. And then I want to kind of just act like I'm Luka Doncic, lobbing it up to Dwight Powell, aka TJ Sumter over here. Tell me everything you love about Mr. Brees Hall, that corn-fed Iowa boy that I know you are so crazy about.
So he's my number one draft prospect overall. Like not even QB, wide receiver, just overall, he's my number one prospect. Most comparable to Jonathan Taylor.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. Oh, also too, like you could throw out names like Ezekiel Elliott. Yes, and with the pass catching chops as well, coming straight out of college, he's going to be, a very good. He's a player that probably is only going to get like 15 touches this season when it comes down to it. Like he's probably going to be around that fringe range for RB1, coming straight right in, but. Other than that, he's a guy that can go up to 20, 25 carries in a game if they need him to lean on him like in that fashion.
Yeah, and they won't need to because they still do have Michael Carter, which he was a great running back last year too. I kind of had the elusiveness of him is tremendous. The body control. He's an excellent receiving back. If they want to, they can make Brees Hall a 3-down running back, but they don't need to. They can keep this guy fresh for the entire season. Am I thinking that the Jets are going to go into the postseason? No, but this is a game right here that requires 52 men on a team, and he is a great piece of it. He like I was gonna say, he is Jonathan Taylor with a more established background of catching the football. Now we learned that Jonathan can do that, but he's already showed that he can do that coming into the league, and I think like he's a can't miss prospect, man. Brees Hall is filthy. He's filthy.
So on the fantasy side, fellas, what do you make of Michael Carter now? Is he someone that you sell at all costs, or where are you at with him, particularly in dynasty type leagues?
I have him in my league. I went out and traded for the first overall pick. I grabbed Brees Hall as well. It's going to be nice to have guys like Michael Carter and other guys, Tony Pollard, for example. These guys they're going to have value. Brees Hall, all it's going to take is one ankle twist. This guy's value is going to shoot right back up. I don't like to get rid of secondary running backs. Like you're always going to need one or two of those guys on your roster, especially in dynasty, like you were saying, where the rosters are so deep you can hold them. So I'm not trading him if I can help it, but no one's going to give you a king's ransom for this guy right now anyway. So yeah, I'm holding him. You don't sell at all costs because right now you're going to get screwed over in that deal. So
Man,
yeah,
I wish that was. I wish you were. I wish he was a Miami Dolphin and you were holding him, because that'd be a perfect segue into talking about Connor Williams. But I do want to get wrapped up here on the Jets. So obviously Zach Wilson going into his second year. I kind of expect some big things. Where do you guys put him as far as the second year quarterbacks? Obviously, we have Mac Jones and some other players. Where would you guys put Mr. Zach Wilson?
I'll start. I'm gonna put him right in the same fucking bucket I had him in already. This guy's got a ceiling like no other, right? But
Mhm.
He hasn't shown anything yet. All these players are chess pieces that they could fall either way. Now they've surrounded him with the talent to be able to take that step forward. Um, and if you're wanting a number, like where do they rank, I would have to put him uh, at least second. At least second. Um,
Okay.
we got Mac Jones, man, and he's proved that he can move the ball down the field. And he's good at
And,
what he does. But
and Trevor Lawrence, man, he was the number 1 overall pick for a reason. So
yeah,
yeah. Travis Sumter, you got some thoughts on that?
So I mean, I'd probably throw him. I'd probably throw him also at number 2, but that's behind Trey Lance. Obviously, because I mean, if you know me, you know my love for Trey Lance. It's all the way out there. You already know. We're gonna have that debate on another episode, though. I'm not gonna go all the way there with it.
You
Um,
already know where he's at with it, man. Trey Lance from Travis Sumter definitely gets the hidden inch. Shout out to Seth F. But yeah, I personally I think Zach Wilson is going to be the best quarterback out of that class this season. I think the Jets take a pretty sizable jump. I'm all aboard that train. Let's move on to another one, though. Let's talk about the Miami Dolphins. Obviously, the big news this offseason, they went all in. They threw everything, and they went out and got Tyreek Hill.
they paid the world for this guy as well.
Yep.
Multiple picks, millions of dollars. I don't know what the contract was, but he got out of Kansas City because of money. Like they're not going to pay that guy what he wants. And is he worth it? Sure. The guy has all the fucking elite speed and change of direction you could ever ask for. He had a connection with his quarterback where, when they get out and play backyard football, this guy would find the hole, and next thing you know, you got 6 points on the board. So I do think the Chiefs took a major loss here, and the Dolphins gained from it. So now they got extra speed on this team where they already had it at the wide receiver position. So it's not going to be a stretch the field type thing. I think they're going to use this guy a lot in gadget ways, just like the Chiefs did. Where at the same time you got Jalen Waddle, they can interchange those. You can say what you want, but they're fairly similar in what they do for a team. And when you got two of those guys,
Two of those guys, huh? Two of them. Two
Tua
of those guys.
got two of those guys. Yeah.
So,
Pun
what do
not
you think
intended,
Tua's
but
going to
thanks
do
for
with two
pointing
of
it out.
those guys?
I think he's got to take a step forward. This is his year to take a step forward. If you don't, man, then I might be out of this board. Roll Tide, but man, he has to take a step forward. I think this new offense, they're gonna run the ball too, so it's gonna be fairly balanced for considering the weapons they have. But man, I'm excited. I'm so fucking excited for the Dolphins. This is gonna be a fun year.
Travis?
I mean, I really like what they did with adding this element to their offense. I mean, obviously, we seen what Jalen Waddle, could bring to the table last year, and having that 1-2 punch. I feel like it's just business as usual for Tyreek Hill coming into this year. I feel like it's going to open up a lot of things through this offense. Tua's going to be able to buy more time in the pocket with some of these other weapons that we'll talk about being added. Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch in Miami. I mean, I don't really know what else to say about that. Joey kind of covered most of that.
So where do you guys just off the top of your domes? I know all of the rankings and stuff aren't done, but you got Tyreek Hill, you got Waddle. Where do you see both of those guys going in the draft this season?
As far as a ranking perspective goes, I would say my biggest concern here is really it's going to be chemistry between him and Tua. We haven't seen that yet. We hear what Tyreek is saying about Tua's arm. He says he's got one of the prettiest balls, all of that, but we haven't seen it on the
Just one
field.
of them, though.
Two of them, Tua. Uh, but yeah, he says that. But until we actually see it with our own 6 eyes here on the field, my concern is like I want to rank. I want to rank Jalen Waddle higher because I've seen it. Now, obviously, the upside with Tyreek Hill there is going to.
Travis looking at
I
his
want to rank
chops
them
at the
both.
top
I
left of
want to
my
rank them.
screen.
Let me rank both of them at number 12 for now.
Okay, Travis.
I mean that's fair. I mean, I can see that. Right now they're both going as the just early stuff going. Right now they're both ranked as wide receivers 7 and 14 respectively. Tyreek Hill at 7, Waddle at 14. So yeah, I think that 12 range is fair. So like, if you wanted to take either one around that same range, I could see doing that.
Now,
What are you gonna say?
if they're having where is Tua going in drafts then as a QB? What? Because if you got it 7
47.
and 12, huh?
47.
47. No.
No, it's got to link up
Actually,
though, man. That's all I'm saying. Is
so I
this
have
is
a
just
tweet.
public?
I have a tweet from last week on this, and hold on, I'll come back and find it. Sorry.
So I think I got a bold prediction for each of these teams. And I'll just go ahead and throw out my bold prediction for the Miami Dolphins. Teddy Bridgewater going to be starting by the end of the season. Mark it down.
And so what I was going to come back to is that I had put out this tweet last week, and it has Tua ranked as quarterback 18 currently. And it was wide receiver 7, 14, and tight end 12. And I said, make it make sense.
Thank you. That's all I was getting at just a few minutes ago. That's why I asked that question. Like I got my head deep down in the drafts right now, but it's got to make sense, like you said, man.
Okay.
And I mean, yeah, we're not even talking about these running backs that have been added yet.
Yeah, we got Raheem Mostert. We got
Chase Edmonds.
They've added so much speed. Cedric Wilson.
Cedric Wilson is a super underrated signing. That, to me, and I've said this all offseason, as a Cowboys fan, yeah, it sucked to lose Amari for nothing. Cedric Wilson was the one that got me in the heart, man, because I think that guy, and it sucks that they brought in Tyreek, because I think that guy was ready to blossom into a more substantial fantasy wide receiver. And now I think obviously he's going to have some limitations, but great football player, and I think he'll be a good get for this squad.
And I was also going to say they did sign Sony Michel like last week too.
Yeah, and that's gotta speak volumes to. You got to kind of read the tea leaves here. Why are they signing Sony Michel? And I believe is probably some Raheem Mostert injury. What's he got going on right now? Something with his knee, right? He's got inflammation.
They said it's, yep, and they said he still's got that arthritis in his knee, so that's still bothering him.
I'm Raheem Mostert. He's out of there for me. I'm totally scared off by just the signing of Sony. This is a proven veteran that can come in and do what he's got to do. So that's
Are you finally off the Chase Edmonds hype train?
No. I still like Chase.
I'm not.
Never.
I'm not. I follow where the money goes, and he's the one that got paid the most, so that's where I'm following it.
Okay, yeah, money. You got to follow the money, man. But yeah, they got these guys. They can rotate them in and out too, man. Every team needs 2 good running backs. Not to mention they bolted up that offensive line with Terran Armstead. Yeah, let's go.
They've had a really good offseason. I just personally don't think they have the correct quarterback there yet. I like what they're doing, though. But anyway, let's move on to one former Alabama quarterback to the other one. Mac Jones, New England Patriots, made the playoffs last year after I boldly predicted that Bill Belichick would never make the playoffs again. Let's talk about their offseason or lack thereof.
No,
That's
no. Who did
Brady
you just
love.
say? Who?
I'm sorry?
Who?
What? I'm missing
Mac
it.
Jones.
The quarterback?
What about
Mac Jones?
Who?
Mac
Mac
Jones.
Jones.
Who?
Mac Jones.
Who? Mac Jones. That went right over your head. That's
I'm completely oblivious.
Do you not know the song?
No, I do know the song, but I was just.
All right, so yeah, let's talk about it. Run through these off-season moves for me because I can't read fast.
All right, well, here's their offseason moves. They got rid of Josh McDaniels and they drafted a 4th round lineman in the 1st round. Like, they fucking had a horrible offseason. I have no idea what the New England Patriots are doing. Listen, we're going to keep this one short and sweet. I'm going to take over here on the Patriots. You replace Josh McDaniels with 2 all-time greats. We're talking about Matt Patricia, Joe Judge, who've never helped a quarterback grow in any capacity. I was 1 year too early on this squad. Joey, you always talk about being 1 year too early. I was 1 year too early on the demise and downfall of Bill Belichick. Never making the playoffs again. I think the wheels are going to fall off. I hope Mac Jones continues to blossom, but I have no fucking clue what this team is trying to accomplish.
Mac Jones is gonna forever be the quarterback 20, dog. That's who he's gonna be. He's gonna be the quarterback 20.
Throwing to 7 guys that are wide receiver 55 and down.
And one thing I don't mind though that they did is that they made that trade for Devontae
Parker.
Devontae Parker. I don't mind.
Receiver 1, dog. I fucking hate it. Why?
But I don't mind. I don't mind it though because he is, he was like a person that got wide receiver 1 numbers 2 years ago. He's still, he is 29 years old. He's kind of, over that age, apex, but like obviously like he's going to be their number 1. I think this kind of does spell trouble for the tight end. Help me out here.
Hunter Henry.
Healthy.
Yeah. I do feel like it kind of like spells him, from getting that high touchdown ceiling this year.
Yeah, so Hunter Healthy is probably the only Patriot I will have on any of my rosters just because I fucking don't draft tight ends high at all. But I'm just going to say, you said Mac Jones will perpetually be quarterback 20. I feel like Devontae Parker will forever be that guy who had that one fucking good season 7 years ago or whatever it was, 2 years ago. He's not good. He's not.
Is he frozen?
They would have been better off signing Cedric Wilson. I
agree. I fucking agree. This guy don't create separation. Mac Jones needs guys to be open to throw the ball. That's just in his DNA, man. But I'm excited for the run game. Who you guys got? Ramondre Stevenson or Harris? Damian Harris.
I got Damian Harris over Stevenson, but again, I don't know. I fucking do not like drafting Patriots running backs. I've never liked playing Patriots running backs. You never know. 6 of them are going to have RB1 games this season, right? Good luck picking which one it is and what week it is.
Yeah, fair.
Maybe that kind of somewhat changes though, right? With maybe Josh McDaniels being gone. But at the same time, like I'm Damian Harris as well, just because why not? Why can't they just run him into the ground and say, well, we're not going to pay you, see you later?
Yeah, kind of like they're about to do with Mac Jones.
This is his 4th year, right? He's coming up on his 4th year or 3rd.
I believe it's 4th year. I don't think he played his 1st year.
Yeah, well, either way it goes, I think Ramondre is a much more explosive athlete. Maybe not as good of blocker as Damian, but that's the type of things that kept him off of the field while McDaniel was there. So I think if Ramondre Stevenson gets a chance to be the guy, look out, because this team is still going to run the ball. They're going to want to play good defense. They're getting all their pieces back. They were hurt. They were banged up last year. Now they're in a division that's going to be able to score some points now. So you got to look at that as well. But I'm all over Ramondre Stevenson versus Damian. Just think he's a better player.
All I'm going to say, and then we'll wrap up and move on to an interesting team like the Bills. If Ramondre Stevenson does pop to his 4 or 5 fans that are out there somewhere, I've got this really sweet Prism laser rookie card of that guy. Come buy it from me as soon as you're ready. And then as far as offenses in this division, I think the 1955 Cleveland Browns offense just doesn't work in today's NFL. Sorry, Bill Belichick. Let's move on to the Buffalo Bills.
Well, when when everyone's zigging, man, it's time to zag, and I think that they're just a little bit too early on that right now, man. So, yeah, let's talk Buffalo Bills.
Let's talk Buffalo Bills. So obviously they had their hearts ripped out of their chest by Patrick Mahomes in the second round of the playoffs last year. And in my opinion, the best playoff game we had last season.
That was the Super Bowl.
Oof. I think it was the Super Bowl?
That was the fucking Super Bowl.
Oh, that was the Super Bowl. Well, you can say that, but then neither one of those teams won the Super or even fucking made the Super Bowl for that matter. So thanks to Joey. But anyway, we're not here to talk about Joey Burrow. We're here to talk about the Buffalo Bills. So first and foremost, they needed to bring in some reinforcements on the defense. So Von fucking Miller, here we come.
Yeah. Von Miller, 6-year deal. It says 3-year, $54 million. I'm assuming there's going to be some zero dead cap space after 3 years.
Yeah. There's definitely an out in the deal. Basically, what it boils down to, it's going to be a 3-year, $54 million deal. He's 100 years old. He's not going to play 6 more seasons. No way.
He's going to come in and he's going to be a difference maker on that defense.
Just like he was with the Rams.
Yeah, Tre'Davious White's coming back. They drafted who'd they draft?
Fire Elam.
There you go. He's a shutdown corner, assuming according to all analysts that watch the college game. So I'm excited to see that. They're gonna need that to fuck with Waddle and Tyreek.
Devontae Parker.
Yeah, Devontae Parker.
Ow, got him.
And then they drafted a good, my favorite pass catching running back in James Cook. So, yeah, Devin Singletary and him, great 1-2 punch. I really like it because Devin Singletary, he's that in a phone booth fast, and he don't have the top end speed, so he's not going to break anything. But that's what you got this Cook guy coming in for, man. He is electrically fast. A lot of people say he can't run between the tackles. I watched some film a little bit. I didn't see a big issue. He's just not going to break a lot of tackles, but he can make guys miss in close quarters as well. So all this guy needs is a crease, and I think that this is going to be a very balanced team next year too. So I'm excited for the Bills.
So I also am very excited for the Bills, and I think James Cook is exactly what they needed. Obviously, they were looking for that little pass catching type of back. They went after McKissick. That didn't work out. He Randy Gregory them and went back to Washington. But he's exactly what they need. I think they're going to tell Zach Moss to get lost. And I think Singletary and Cook will both have some fantasy value this season. Also, another real under the radar move I think they made was grabbing OJ Howard, who I think we've been waiting, since 1994 to break out, it seems like. But it's got to fucking happen at some point. And why not with Josh Allen?
Why not with Josh Allen? Because this guy is too fucking good at run blocking. That's why. He's the Gronk of run blocking for the younger tight ends. Yeah, he's had a lot of injury issues. He was electric at Alabama too. Let me remind you of that. But yeah, man, I think Gronk going over there to the Buccaneers kind of put a damper on him. He shows a little bit, but I mean,
And he got injured.
if you can't get Tom Brady to throw you the ball when you're not injured, that means there's something else wrong. I don't know what it is yet.
So, and then they also added Jamison Crowder. I think that was the other big addition. Anybody I'm missing there, Travis?
No, I don't think so. I just wanted to go back and just touch on James Cook for a second, but
you got to touch on James Cook.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna touch him a little bit. Yeah, I mean, like he's mostly a pass catching specialist. So I mean, he's going to be somebody that gives you 5 to 7 catches in any given game. I mean, especially when a team that passes as much as the Buffalo Bills do. Yeah, and then I could just run down to OJ Howard, kind of like what Jordan or Joey was saying about the run blocking. That's also going to be important for James Cook continued growth, and Devin Singletary, and Jamison Crowder, probably very underrated. If you can send a 3rd-round pick in a dynasty league, go out and get him.
Yeah, he is Cole Beasley in 7-8 years ago when he was playing for Dallas. Cole Beasley was a fucking dog.
Cole Beasley was really good with the Bills too. Let's not forget. He's a solid wide receiver. I do think Jamison's an upgrade over him though at this stage.
In certain aspects, he doesn't bring everything that Cole Beasley did, and I think I'm concerned about this little half man Jamison Crowder as well. Don't get it twisted. Cole Beasley's probably bigger than Jamison Crowder. I'll look that up if you want, but
his rap career definitely is.
That's probably pretty close. I think they're probably 5'8" and 5'9" without looking.
But who would win in a fist fight?
Oh, Cole Beasley would whoop his motherfucking ass.
Because that dude's knees would buckle in about 2 seconds after he started in the fight.
Yeah, really, that's the biggest concern, man. Cole Beasley. I mean, Jamison Crowder, I was super excited when he went to the Redskins as a rookie. I really liked him. He flashed in my eyes several occasions, and it just never really panned out. But with the Jets, he was a good, solid possession receiver, good slot guy that could, go 6 or 7 yards, sit down and catch a pass and get tackled. And sometimes that's what you need in the NFL. I mean, look at Jason Witten's career. But that's really all I got, man.
Okay. So let's wrap this up. Obviously, Buffalo was right there again last year. They brought in some players. They're getting Trey White back. Is this the best team in the AFC? Is this the best team in the NFL?
I'm not going to go that far just yet. I got high hopes for some other teams. And anytime Tom Brady steps foot on a gridiron, you got to count him as the top guy. So I would say they're in my top 5, and that's not close. I'm going to put 5 teams all at number 1, just like I put those 2 guys at number 12. But yeah, they're the best team in this division, and I don't think it's particularly close. The Dolphins, however, I'm still pissed that they let their coach go, but what he built on that defensive side is something to look out for, and I think the Dolphins are gonna maybe make a little bit of noise here in this division, but yeah, the Bills take the cake for me.
For me, mark it down. My preseason Super Bowl prediction. You already know I'm picking the Buccaneers because I picked Tom Brady literally 15 years in a row. Put that guy in the Super Bowl. You're right, literally 50% of the time. On the other side, I'm picking the Buffalo Bills. I think this is the year they get it done. I think the Chiefs are wounded. I think the Bengals probably played a little bit above their head last season. Mark it down. I'm picking this team to go to the Super Bowl, barring something crazy. Travis, take us out, baby.
This team is set at 11.5 for their win total. I think they easily get the 12 wins, and they're probably going to be more than likely the first or second seed in the AFC. Yeah, they're definitely by far have the best quarterback. I would say the best defense, right, and the best offense. And I honestly say, other than Bill Belichick, probably the second best coach, right?
Bill Belichick is toast, baby. Toast.
Other than that, you want to take us out?
Reed over Bill Belichick right fucking now. Right now.
McDermott, let's go.
Give me Dougie McDermott over Bill Belichick right now.
I want to thank all of you for watching, listening, however you're viewing this podcast. We want to thank our Patreons, all of you. We love the fuck out of you. Oh my God. If you have not subscribed to whatever platform you are doing that on, pause it, pull your motherfucking car over.
Bang that bell.
Bang that motherfucking bell.
Oh, wait. Yeah, girl.
Hey.
Shit, as always.
Stay true.
Stay true.
Stay true.